Hello and welcome to another episode of The Conscious Collective. I'm Emily and I'm here with Lucy. Hello. And we're really excited to be here today and to share another interesting experience. So we're filming this at the end of August and we found 2025. And we found that with some of our spiritual cohort, there's these two extremes, isn't there, of what people have been feeling, either feeling into the void of nothingness, which we don't think is nothingness at all, but we'll get to that. But also this connected to everything, feeling connected to everything. And me being me, wanted to know the juxtaposition between the two and what really is the difference and what is the similarity. So we thought we'd speak to that today just to help the audience in case you've been feeling these and maybe you don't have a spiritual buddy to talk to about it. We're going to dive into it today, aren't we?
We are. We're diving in. Yeah, so we wanted to sort of kick off by saying, what is our experience of the void and when have we experienced it in our lives? And we thought it might be nice to share that as peers and your spiritual buddies, because it's the type of topic that we were discussing and talking about our own feelings of what we feel the void is. So yeah, let's start with you, Em. And if you want to share for us your opinions of the void in your own and what you've experienced of it, if that's okay. Can we start there with you?
Absolutely. And all of this is to hopefully help you understand maybe what you're experiencing. So for me, the void was where I went to when I was overstimulated. And I don't know if it was conscious or if it kind of happened, but my nervous system is very, very highly tuned and very delicate, which is a curse and my greatest gift.
I love that.
So the void to me is not a scary place at all. When I was a young child, it was. I'd think of it a few times and would come back from it because I would kind of think about what would happen after life and would that be it? And I'd be floating through space. Whereas for me now, it's a place I'm quite desperate to get into if I feel overstimulated. And so when I just intentionally set that view that I'm going to go and hang out in the void for a little bit in meditation or just lying in bed, it's a place where nothing can get to me. Nothing's needed of me. There's nothing I need to do. There's nothing I need to be, nothing I need to think about, nothing I don't have to think about. It's pure bliss and peace. And as soon as I get in there, there's kind of a supportive energy that says, relax more, release more. And I can feel the fascia and the tension that's being held within my body release. And it's beautiful. And then I will often get lost in the relaxation of my body that again I am slightly, I guess, stimulated by that. So I don't necessarily stay in the void for a long time. Which I can understand.
You're dipping in.
Yeah, well, because we've just heard a comment like, ooh, the void sounds scary, but it's divine and heavenly, isn't it?
I wonder if it's different for different people though. So
it must be.
It would be interesting to open up a topic with others about this. So do comment below.
We'd love to hear
your interpretation of what we're referring to. And maybe there's different experiences of this, but we do believe that there is this kind of reset place. I think that's where it feels like for 100%. You from what you're saying
100%,
and kind of that aligns with what I've experienced. So we're just sort of
it's self-care,
just discussing it really. It seems to be, I think it's a place that I've not known about. So it's almost like you knew through childhood that there was a place that you could go, that was very different to my experience. It's almost like I've found certain situations so stressful that I've almost gone there as a point of escape and reset, but I've almost been taken there somehow, maybe through my spirit guides or whatever, or sort of just found myself there. And it's again when I've been just something's going on in my life that it just feels too much, which is very similar but different, but very similar to your experience, isn't it? Which is a place to sort of not escape. I don't think I felt like I was intentionally escaping there. I think I just found myself in this place of, and once I just an experience to share is I found myself experiencing something so stressful and overwhelming for me. And I remember just laying in a park and just laying down and looking up at the sky and being guided sort of into this place of ultimate stillness, nothingness, and being guided to sort of just let go of everything, which is just what you've described you do when you've gone to this place.
No stimulation.
No, it was like, let everything go. Don't think about it anymore, because, it's a lot to do with the mind is so stimulating us. We're doing it to ourselves. It's not, it's less about outside stimulation and more about us overstimulating ourselves and overloading ourselves. So by
it's a really important point, I think, as well.
Letting go, really,
well,
isn't it?
Having that awareness, isn't it, that we are kind of doing
it to ourselves. Yeah, totally. And we really are. I own that for sure.
Me too.
So, that being guided to let go of all thought. And it is a place, again, I'm going to put a pin on meditation, because that's definitely, we can find that place through meditation as well. But this was just me laying in a park, looking at the blue sky and just being shown that nothingness, just the blue sky. There was not a cloud in the sky, and I was just looking up, and I was being guided to see that as absolute nothingness and bring myself in alignment with nothingness, and being guided that's the divine potential place. And from that place, once I'd been guided to strip everything back, I was then guided to look at anything can happen from here, right? Anything was possible. And I could start bringing in whatever thoughts I wanted from that place, because I'd stripped everything back. It's a place of reset. It was so liberating. It was so beautiful. It was like going from 1 minute, literally 1 minute thinking awful things, like, just everything was so going wrong and blah, 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 awful place of desperation. This is sort of what's taken me there. A desperation place, to then, actually, I can create anything I want in my life. I can completely reset my thoughts. I can reprogram my thoughts, which will reprogram my reality, and I will experience whatever I want to experience. So it's almost like that. For me, it's been that rock bottom where the only way is up feeling. That's one experience of the void. Yeah. Yours is you've taken yourself there out of, again, sort of desperation, feeling so overstimulated, overwhelmed. Yeah. So this is our experience of what we're discussing, and we are calling the void, because, and Emily rightly said, it feels to her like that infinity symbol, like that little point in the middle, and she knows intuitively that that's the point of potential, isn't it? Pure potential, and that's where it takes you. But I'd like to know, Emily,
but I don't think I'd consciously ever want to think of that when I'm in the void, because then again that would be too overstimulating for me, because what my mind would be like, but I want to do this.
It's interesting.
Close it down.
Yeah, you go there for the stillness.
I go there for the peace.
Yeah, whereas I've been there for the reboot,
which is, again, this is why we need to discuss
crazy,
this,
right?
Because it's the opposite in a sense.
Well, this is what we talked about.
Or is it? And then it takes you down a whole other kind of spiral, because it's not like the infinity symbol of life and existence is static. That's spiraling in itself, isn't it? So is there this constant of the void kind of moving through space and time, like the planet moving through space and time?
That feels right to me.
I'm not sure that we could unpick that possibly today.
Maybe that's the limit of our brain. Capacity to understand the all that is. But having said that, I just wanted to touch on, if it's okay.
Please.
I just wanted to talk on what our lovely chat was at the beginning of the week, which has sparked this topic, which was Emily. We were talking about the void, how it came up, but then Emily and I were like, is the void nothing, or is it everything? And we were like, it's both.
Dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun. Because we've also experienced the void, both of us. Well, we're referring to it as the same thing, because we get this intuitive feeling that it is the same thing when we are very connected in nature to everything. and we feel like we almost are connected to the web of life, the frequencies, the energy of all the plants, the mitochondria, all the microorganisms. We have both experienced connectedness to everything. But really key point here, not in an overwhelming way, in that still point, blissful way.
Like just a little node or a thread in a garment.
We just feel like a little particle and, amongst everything else, a little fractile, and it feels good. It doesn't feel overwhelming. Whereas sometimes when you feel connected to everything, you can feel overwhelmed by that connection to everything. And that's not how it feels, does it? That's not the same feeling that we're referring to. It's not overwhelming.
Well, not for us, but it could be for other people in their awakening journey, though.
This is what we're discussing.
I mean, there's just so many.
It's interesting.
Is it contradictions? Not quite contradictions. That doesn't seem to be the right word, but there's
well, this is what we love about it,
and different interpretations and experiences of it all, and where are they all constructed in our minds? Aren't they? These kind of experiences of it all.
But I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear if anybody has experienced that connectivity to everything that we're talking about and ever felt overwhelmed by that, or that they're going to get lost there, because that's what we were discussing this with another amazing spiritual person, and they as we were describing it, they were like, "Oh, would you get lost there?" And I was like, "Oh no, like I've never felt that," but maybe other people have.
I do feel like I've got complete control.
Yeah, same. So hopefully that would be
I'm very
good
grateful for that.
That's the same for everyone.
But then maybe grounding comes into that a lot, because with my yoga practice, I'm grounding my body every day.
But I felt nothing but blissfulness. And the first time I wasn't.
But maybe you're able to
myself.
have that. Oh, okay.
No, I just don't try.
But you were lying on the ground.
I was laying on the ground. That's true. Yeah, that's true. And where
and earth, not just like a floor that then's got concrete
I was laying on
and
grass. And also the other times that we're talking about, we've been in nature.
Yeah.
Both of us have talked about experiencing it when in nature, so we're very grounded. That's a really good point. Oh, I met.
Have we mentioned we're going to Malta?
No, we haven't.
We're going to Malta. So excited.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Emily, don't. I'm going to get overexcited and we're supposed to be recording this. So exciting.
But another thing that's always been there has been the Council of Light throughout this conscious collective experience. And this body has just been so supportive of what we wanted to do. We thought we would bring them through more regularly on the podcast so that you can feel into their frequency, because
that's a good idea.
Yeah, as soon as Lucy kind of brings them through or is aware that they're there and wanting to talk to us, I'm like, oh yes, I know that feeling. And I guess see if you experience it, because what I would love for you to experience is that it's not other, it's not out there, it's within you, that feeling. See if you felt that kind of
they're a frequency. They're a frequency.
And I almost like to kind of describe it like with Pleiadian energy can be very loving and kind. And my guides recently said to me, but when you're in that heart frequency of pure love and you're just so excited, or, the cat's done something cute, or you're proud of your family or something like that, that's the Pleiadian energy within me, that aspect of me coming through. So yes, instead of seeing any of these kind of galactic or elemental energies as other, just see if they're kind of activating something within you, because this is what is going to activate and expand your DNA, your consciousness.
We are all connected. This is why we hear so often them bringing the messages saying, we are you, don't they?
They say, we are you. Are very happy.
Oh, they say, we are you, because their frequency is part of us. I love that. That's a really lovely reminder. So when we channel them, Emily, it sparks that within her and she can feel it, and so hopefully can you. And so that's why we want to sort of bring them through more often, and also for the messages that they love to bring through, like we've shared, which we already put out actually, haven't we? Then we brought them through recently this week with some beautiful messages. I forget what they were, but they brought through some lovely messages for us all, and things that are new for us. So, we just want to bring these messages through for everybody.
Okay. So are you ready to connect?
Yeah, let's connect. Yeah. Yes. So they're here. You can ask any questions you like.
Thank you. What is the purpose of the void in this stage of collective evolution?
Oh, dear ones, the void is always there. The void is the all that is. It has not just come for this stage in the evolution of man. The void is always there. The void is the nucleus, the central point of everything. So it can be used at this point in time of evolution as a place of reset, as you have discussed. And this is a useful way and an interesting way that humans have evolved. And at this time, we can see that it is serving you. They're showing me the infinity symbol. I'm just like, wee! Oh my gosh, I can see they're having me focus on that whilst I'm channeling them, which is really sweet. That's making me a bit dizzy though. So sorry, I'll get back to them. They're saying it's okay, just keep focusing on the infinity symbol. So if this is useful for you to use this as a reset point, as you have been saying, do ask any more questions you have.
Thank you. Why are some souls dropping into it while others are lighting up with connection?
It is awareness. And you are right. This is something that is important for humans to understand the difference. So we would like to highlight again the difference between the void, which you're referring to as the void, which is nothingness, and the connectivity to everything in terms of, as we have already talked about, the overstimulation of mankind. And there is a very big difference between the two. One is when you go into the void, you are really returning to the still point within you, whereas the overstimulation that mankind are experiencing, and you call certain individuals empaths who are sensitive to energy, they are feeling overstimulation because this is outside coming in, outside forces coming in, outside frequencies coming in to their field. So when you are entering the void is not outside of you. The void is when you are going within you. Does this help understand the difference between the two?
It does. I think it's absolutely, that still point within us, it really resonates with me in the reset. So thank you very much for that. Is the void a preparation then? Could it be seen as that, or a cleanse, or a memory? We've already discussed how it's the potential of everything.
Definitely the memory. This is something that we all hold within. Every human has this ability to go to that place of remembering their origin. And this is what we would call it, an origin point, the source of all that is the beginning. And it is a point at which humans also experience this, which is interesting, as we spoke about this earlier, when they are born. So there is that. It's interesting that you are seeing that as we are bringing this through. So yes, this is a point of beginning. Which holds potential, as you have also said.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Can we meet the void without fear? And what does it reveal if we do?
Yes, there is much that you can find out from the void. The void can be a place for insight. So you can go to this place, which you can achieve by, as you have already said, quietening the mind. And then this is a point where you can ask questions You can access information from this point. So this can be used in this way.
I'm seeing caves in my mind. In the past, did people go into dark spaces and kind of cut off external stimulation
Yes.
to practice with this, work with this?
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
And they can and will again. They already do. But you are right. You're referring to ancient times, and absolutely so much is revealed, as your previous question, insights, connection to your spiritual guides, connection to self, connection to source. There, it is a point of access to many things.
Beautiful. So for me, when I spend time in the void, it is a relief. But also when I have the connection with everything, it's another sense of relief that I'm not on my own going through this. However, some people might feel like being connected to everything is overstimulating in a way. It's a massive kind of, I don't know if it's an energy or frequency to hold or concept to hold. Are there any soothing words, perhaps, to speak to that?
Yes. I believe that what you're referring to is if somebody had heard of the point that we are talking and discussing, but they hadn't experienced it themselves. Once they experience it, they do not feel what you're saying, what you are discussing. Do people feel that? No, they don't. I can answer that for you. They don't. Nobody who has ever truly been there could ever feel overwhelmed. They feel what you two feel. So no, there is no overstimulation in that place. The idea of it and the thought of it could cause them to feel overwhelmed. They are not in that place if they're feeling overwhelmed.
So we know that they're in the left side of their brain. And that, okay.
Yes, when you're there, this place
feeling
you're
the
referring
overwhelm.
to, there would be no overwhelm.
That's amazing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us on this topic that might be helpful for us and our listeners today, our collective?
We would like to suggest that people actively choose, without fear of anything, of the things that we have discussed today, to actively visit this point and this frequency of stillness and of nothingness and connected to everythingness that you so beautifully have worded it today. That this is a safe place for anybody to visit at any time. And you can do it through meditation, which is relatively well known. Lots of people, certainly the people who are following this conscious collective community, will be very aware of meditation, and have the ability to use meditation as a way to find this still point within them. So they can set the intention ahead of their meditation to visit this place, this still point, and experience for themselves. We would advise that people do this. As you said, has it come to serve the community and the people on this spiritual journey at this time? It hasn't arrived, it's always been there, but has it become more, or have you become more consciously aware of it at this time? Yes. And is it a place that can be of help and assistance to people? Yes, it most definitely can. And we would encourage people to go and find themselves in this place in order to understand, as you have already said, their divine potential, to find their connectivity to source, and find whatever it is that they are looking for to help them at that time.
It's like a gift. Thank you so much for bringing that through to the Council of Light. And thank you, Lucy, for channeling that for us.
I don't want them to leave.
I feel really so calm. I cannot even begin to describe how calm I feel now.
Nice. I just want to stay connected. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to say goodbye now, just from they're kind of very deeply here. So I'm just going to say goodbye. Thank you. They say that they're looking forward to working so much more with us. Thank you, beloved. Okay.
And please always remember that you can take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth if that gets overwhelming, and you might not just that you feel that you need that release overwhelming kind of energetically, I guess. I definitely did that a few times because I was like, ooh, it's like, oh, letting all of that just stress and anxiety or just friction of life leave.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I feel like they gifted us with visiting the still point there, didn't they? They certainly did me. I felt like I was in it. I was in the middle of that infinity point the whole time. I feel totally blissed out. I'm not sure what kind of conversation I'm going to get from me now. But
That'll be beautiful.
I hope the frequency came down. Oh, lovely.
Thank you. Well, I think on that note, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No,
I'm just too blissed out.
We'll close today's episode. We hope you loved it as much as we did. And thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
And please remember to like and subscribe and share. So blessed. Joyful blessings to all of you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you want to work with us directly, see the show notes below. Thank you.